Hi guys, and welcome to It's a Heartthang. My name is Cynthia, and I designed this channel to share my spiritual principles and life lessons that I've encountered over my many years to being more enlightened and a little bit more in the now and in the present. So if this is something that you might find interesting, please, by all means, subscribe and share. Thank you so much. Passion can lead to purpose. And I ran across something on the internet the other day that said, passion is what gets you started, but purpose is what keeps you going. So my question to you is, what are you passionate about? Is it cooking, reading, writing, watching television, working out, doing arts and crafts, maybe shopping? And I know that might cause a chuckle or two, but in this day and age, they're personal shoppers. So what is it that is passionate to you that makes your heart skip a beat when you actually engage in it? When we talk about being passionate about something that we want to do in our life, a lot of us believe that that entails being self-employed, and that is not true. You can be passionate about what you're doing in a job or a career. It is whatever brings joy to your heart and make you feel like you're being a productive part of society. So let's not confuse self-employment with having a passionate purpose. That is not one and the same. So how do you get started? Well, number one is that you have to have an intention. And I'm going to give you a spoiler alert right here. If your goal is to make money, then that probably won't happen in a timely manner. So you got to give it a little bit more feeling, a little bit more thought, a little bit more passion than just to make money. Intention can be conscious or it can be unconscious. By conscious, I mean you actually go in and you do the work. You research, you get on the internet and figure out things that you find interesting. You write down things that you find enjoyable, fun. For me, it's going back and pulling out my old journals and reading about things that seem to have triggered me into a state of bliss and things that I found most comforting. So you can consciously go in, and I always say connect to that inner part of you where I say God or the higher source resides, which is the heart. Or you can subconsciously have a revelation of what it is that you think you're passionate about. And the subconscious way is that you allow others to come in and kind of see you in a light that they think you should be in. Personally speaking, mine was going into the field of accounting. And I had a lot of friends that were in the financial arena. And so I saw what they were doing, and subconsciously, I decided that was my path. So subconsciously, I had decided that was my passion. But actually, it was not my passion. It was me trying to be a part of something that I thought should work. On page 139, Carol Adrian says that surrender is the critical part of finding life purpose. When you surrender your intentions to the universe, you have to be willing to let it go, to not be attached to what physical form that you want it to manifest as. Now you have a feeling, you know what it is that you feel, you know what it is that you like, and you put your energy into those thoughts and those feelings. However, you do not go in and say, now it has to be 5x7, black on one side, white on the other, and have a certain aroma. That's too physical. You allow the universe to work its magic. Non-attachment is the key. And one thing that I remember hearing, and it is so true, surrender is patience. When you learn how to surrender, you are being patient. You are allowing the universe to work its magic. So surrender can happen voluntary or involuntary. And voluntary is when you set your goals and you release it to the universe, and you do not become attached to how or what that goal looks like. And here's the deal. When you go in and you are so attached to what it looks like, then you might just miss out on a greater blessing than what you thought you could create. We have a limited scope here on earth. And so we pull from things that we see and that we know. So what if what you intend can be bigger than what you actually put out there in the universe? Now, involuntary is when you do not surrender and you keep running into a brick wall. You keep running into roadblocks. Say you have this intention and you have set up these defined outlines on how it's supposed to look. And every time you think you're getting there, you get a roadblock and you hit another roadblock. Well, what happens is eventually you will involuntarily surrender to the universe and say, something's not working here and it's time for me to stop. And that's when the universe can come in and start to help create something that you are actually seeking in your heart. The next step is to ask the right question. And I want to read something from the book, The Purpose of Your Life by Carol Adrian, and it's on page 134. And she goes on to say, each day you have questions about one direction or another. You might be asking yourself, should I go to law school at night or go back home and run my father's produce business? Going back and forth about the pros and the cons, you probably bring up your questions to your friends saying, I don't know what I should do. I'm really confused. Over the years, I have learned to look at the question in life in a little different way. Now, when I hear people ask, what should I do? I suggest they reframe the question and ask, what is it that I want? Instead of focusing on the confusion generated by the two choices, bring your focus back to what you would like to have. That is so important. So when you go in and you say, what do I want to have? Do I want to have fun? Do I want to have a place where I can meet people and talk and have great conversation? Do I want to be able to use my musical talents? Do I want to be able to enjoy being in an environment that helps promote creativity in me and I help promote creativity in others? What is it that I want? Take away the confusion. Then once you've gotten rid of the confusion, then go with that feeling. Go with that feeling of joy. Go with that feeling of excitement, of sharing, of feeling that you're needed. Let that feeling take over your senses, your emotions. Put that out in the universe. And once you've actually gone in and gotten that feeling down, write it down so that you can take those feelings each morning and look at them and affirm it. I always say that when you go in and you have gratitude and thanksgiving, then you're telling the universe, basically, I already have it and I am grateful that it's here. So feel what you're feeling, affirm it each morning, or however you choose to do your spiritual processes. It could be through meditation. It could be through reading some of your favorite books. It could be through talking. It could be through watching a video that allows you to get centered and balanced. It could be through listening to meditation music. Whatever it is that helps to create that affirmation in you each morning, do that. And the third step is non-attachment. And we talked about this a little bit when we talked about having an intention and not being attached to the physical form. Life has a way of giving us curveballs. You hit that corner and it's something new you didn't expect. There's hills and valleys. So there's no straight line to getting to what you're passionate about and creating that purpose. Because here's the deal. You know what you know based on what you see, based on what you have encountered in this lifetime. So what if, and I say what if, the universe has a bigger version of what it is that you're seeking? So you've actually stopped your bigger blessing from unfolding because you're basing it on what you can see, what you know, what you have known. So do away with attachment. Yes, be specific in your intention. Be specific in the question that you ask, but also don't be so attached to what the physical form looks like. Allow the universe to help manifest what it is that you're feeling. And the thing that I like about the universe is that it will go in and move heaven and earth and reorganize itself to create what it is that you're seeking. In a nutshell, purpose is what we pay attention to. Where do you spend your energy? Where do you allow your mind to be consumed by certain things? What pulls on your heartstrings? Where you pay attention is where your purpose lies. And here's the deal. If it makes sense to you, then it's for you. Not everybody is going to understand your purpose. They're not going to be able to see the things that you see, feel the things that you feel. They may have their own version of what you should think or what you should feel. But here, once again, if it doesn't make sense to you, then it's not for you. In order to move from passion to purpose, what is your intention? What is it that you think and feel? What do you intend to happen in your life? And next, ask the right question. Don't ask a question that causes confusion, where you have to choose between one or the other. Ask the question about what makes you feel good, what makes you happy, what is it that you want to bring to the world. Ask the right question. And the last thing is, do not, and I repeat, do not become so attached to the physical form that you're trying to manifest. Allow the universe to use its energy and its organizing skills to create something that's probably even more magnificent than what you could even dream of. So if these words helped you in any way, please by all means subscribe. I'm Cynthia, and it's a Heartthang, and I'll talk with you guys soon. Bye.